Have you ever thought, why do I suck at fantasy football? Welcome. This is the Commissioner Fantasy Football Podcast.
And welcome to Week 11, Part 1 with the Commissioner and his brother, Matt Vitale. Say hello.
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 La, la, la.
La. Dude, how close
What?
are we? Hold on.
What? Yeah, go on.
How close are we to the playoffs?
Playoffs. Oh,
Four
all
teams
right.
on bye again.
All
Bills.
teams.
Bills, Bears,
Bills.
49ers.
Giants,
All right.
49ers, Bears. All right. Game 1, the
I-
Cardinals at the Seahawks.
I hope I'm not getting too excited for this game, but this game has so many fantasy implications, and the defense is complete. Like the Cardinals lost a lot of pieces this past week, and it's a short week, so their defense is going to be even limited, and they were not a good defense.
You think it's going to be a shootout?
Oh, I cannot wait to see this game. Hopefully the weather. I haven't looked at the weather in Seattle, but please don't let it be bad weather.
I mean, Wilson and Metcalf have to be looking forward to this game, right?
Everybody's looking forward to this game.
Dude,
I mean-
what happened to the Seahawks last week?
Look, they finally faced a
Bam,
defense that,
right?
God, we're playing for them. Yeah, if you don't have a running game like with Carson, they were trying other pieces. I thought they would just stick with DJ Dallas, but they were trying other pieces. It's just,
Yep. At that point, you should have just put Metcalf as your running back. I feel like
I don't know, do something different. So look, Seattle, when they face a good defense, the Rams look like they're getting healthy. So
Dude, they looked good against Seattle. Also, thank you, Rams, because I believe you helped me win this week. I was playing Wilson and Metcalf.
I was playing Wilson in like 5 leagues, and I
Yeah.
got lucky this week. I got to tell you.
So
won some-
good. Although most players didn't really perform too well this week. So
Yeah,
lots of low
that's
scores
one thing. It was a down week for across majority of
for most of it. Yeah.
like tight ends, especially tight ends. Nobody had a good tight end. The best tight end was literally Gronkowski with 2 catches and a touchdown. That was the best tight end.
Reed did
Production.
decently. Got me 8-9 points, I think.
It's,
What's wrong with the 8 points from a tight end?
at this point? Nothing. That's a
That's
gift.
right. There you go.
Yeah,
There- I'm
that's-
sorry. Last week we were talking about who did you want to trade me? Who did you want to trade? What tight end?
I want to trade
Hokerson.
tight end.
Hokerson. You're like, yeah, man.
Hawkinson, man.
Hawkinson, right? What did I say? Hokerson?
Yes.
Close enough. That's as close as I'm going to get with names. You're like, yeah, man. He's been super consistent. He has a better week.
He's
not a
been
bad week.
consistent.
I'm
Hey?
sorry. Did he get under or over 2 points this week?
He got under 2 points. Hey?
That is correct.
is-
That
it
is
is what it is.
correct.
Look, tight ends are you cannot predict any good tight ends at this point.
All right. So
That's it.
obviously you're not starting Murray this week because that would be dumb, right?
Don't start Murray. Don't start Hopkins or Christian Kirk. No, start everybody. At this point, I think everybody, whoever you
If you
have.
got a Cardinal, start him. If you got a Seahawks, start him as well.
Yeah. So for me, I just pay attention to Carson and Hyde. If Carson is
you
out,
think-
Hyde could be a really good play.
Is Hyde officially back or
Monitor. I haven't checked up. I'm gonna
Yeah,
check up tomorrow morning. If
every
they're
time?
practicing.
Every week I get excited about Hyde because Carson's still out, and I'm like, this is the week, and then Hyde's out as well, and I'm like,
So that's an easy
I don't
game.
know.
Start everybody. Don't start the defenses, please. Don't.
all right. So I think this is gonna be your favorite game of the week. Packers at the Colts.
No, I don't. Look, Colts have a good defense, but the Packers have Lazard back off the IR today.
There we go.
Packers
Mhm.
defense,
Okay.
Xavier Alexander and Kevin King, if they're back, that could be a good start because again, Rivers makes mistakes.
Dude,
It's a mistake
why is he still playing? Why?
because he gets the job done.
Rivers,
He's the guy.
What job of
A simple
barely
job
making it?
of barely making it and having a good defense and the O line to protect him. That's all he needs right now. He didn't have O line.
Rivers is weird because he's one of those guys who will set an NFL record one game and then
He's bipolar.
totally just be like not a quarterback the next game.
And O line is the only reason he's standing on his 2 feet. Because if he wouldn't be, he'd be knocked down, he'd be out. Whatever. All right. Packers, start Rogers, start Jones, start Adams, start Lazard. MVS is a hit and miss. If you want a big
Like
play,
always. Mhm.
like always, right?
Well, he had
The
the big
times-
play this week.
Yeah. The times you don't start him, he goes off. The times you want to start him, like Wentz, right?
Yep.
He's a Wentz. Because the time you think Wentz is going to do well, he doesn't. And the time you think he's not going to do well, he does well.
Wentz, dude.
Bipolar. We're going to get there. We're going to get
Okay.
there. We're going to
Okay.
get there soon.
All right. Well, it's coming up
next game. Colts.
Hines.
Hines.
With the Hines.
He's the guy to start. Look, if you want to start Jonathan Taylor, you can still risk it because Packers' run defense is not good. But I just don't trust him anymore. I'm done. He doesn't look good. Whatever. Rivers, again, if you want to try
Hines is still available on most waivers, right?
Some waivers, and I put him as a top priority pick. You need to pick him up because he could
physically lift him up.
He looks better. Like he's looked better in a while.
It looks like the Colts figured out what they want to do with the run.
Maybe. Look, this game could be the game where they just Jonathan Taylor goes off and Hines is in the backseat somewhere. He's gone. Like, I hope not. I hope they stick with Hines because he looks better. He could pass catch.
You put 50-50 with Rivers. I feel like if you're not in
the reason I put 50-50 again, if the two corners for the Packers, the two top corners for the Packers are out again, as I mentioned, Rivers could be a decent start because you can throw the ball on the Packers.
Got it. All right, let's go Eagles at the
Game
Browns. This
3.
This should be a good game.
Start Wentz. I don't want to start Wentz, but this is the game you start him because
you can't. I learned you can't not start Wentz anymore, especially if like our dynasty league. I can't.
Well, yeah, with a 2-quarterback league, you start him, but like in a regular league, it's hard to just trust him unless you have better options. But this is the week he's probably going to go off.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so Miles Sanders, you start. Ertz might be back, so pay attention to that. Goddard is not a bad start. He started getting more passes. And I think the wide receiver to start right now is probably Jalen Reagor if you want the rookie.
Not the full him.
He's again, so many weapons are coming back. I think
Jeffrey's back, but they don't really use him last game, but they also didn't use anyone last game. So.
Exactly. That was a game where it's like my mind was blowing up in my head.
So I don't know if you want to wait a couple more weeks on Jeffrey. You
don't want to start him until
I started him last week. He got me 0 points and I still won. Boom.
Yeah. You don't want to start him until you know he's gonna. You want to see what they're doing with the offense because it looks like nobody knows what they're doing. Yeah. Eagles defense could be a good start because it might be bad weather again in Cleveland, high winds usually in Cleveland. So for the Browns, I can't start anybody except Hunt and Chubb because again they're going to run the ball like crazy like they've been doing.
I didn't think I'd miss Beckham that much. No.
Oh no, yeah.
I feel like after he left, Mayfield just didn't want to throw.
He had one good game, and again, it's been bad weather in Cleveland. That's one thing you have to. So again, Mayfield might be a good play, but I'm not. Don't start him. This is not the time to start him. Hooper, same thing. Browns defense, if it's bad weather, you could start the defense because Wentz can make mistakes.
Wentz does like to throw the ball in bad spots. So
yes, he does. So
as long as and maybe one of those interceptions can be 6 point.
Yeah, so Browns defense could be a decent start. All right, game 4.
Game 4, Falcons at the Saints.
So no Drew Brees. I don't know how long. Fractured ribs, punctured lung, and he had like broken.
I'm guessing at least 4 weeks.
Before.
At least 4.
For sure, right now 2 because he's not on the IR. When you go on the IR, it's 3 weeks. But if he's not on IR yet, that means at least minimum 2 weeks.
Broken wings, broken ribs. No,
that's painful.
I'd be surprised if it's 2 weeks. That'd be some sort of.
So the guy to pick up, Jameis Winston, is the guy to pick up because this guy is a fantasy monster. I know it's a different team, but they still have weapons here. You know, Jameis Winston, he will throw the ball to the other team and to your team, to every team. He'll throw the ball everywhere.
But and mostly in the end, he'll throw the ball to Kamara.
Yes, he'll throw it there too. So I think. For the Saints, start Winston. If you could pick him up, he's priority waiver wire guy.
What did Kamara get last week?
He gave me a total rushing yards. I think 13 total rushing yards. I think.
Yeah, but how many receiving yards? It was like
3 touchdowns
and 150 receiving yards.
No, I think he didn't have that many receiving yards, but he had 3 touchdowns. Again, like 9 catches or something. This is It's nice to have Kamara. I only have him in 1 league, as you know.
Are you sure he's a running back?
He hasn't put up 100-yard rushing game this year. I don't think so.
I know. So are you sure he's a running back?
No, he's a pass catcher. He looks, dude. He gets catches the ball.
Mhm.
He's a machine. He breaks every tackle. He looks great out there. So that's Kamara we know. And Michael Thomas, you start. Emmanuel Sanders might be a decent start. I wouldn't start him. I want to see who Jameis Winston finds.
Unless you're in a deep league and you need a flex,
Yeah.
he might be a good flex.
Or even Cook. Like Winston loves tight ends. So Saints defense.
He likes his tight end.
Not his tight end. Other tight ends.
Oh, other people's tight ends. Got it.
For the Falcons, look, I wouldn't start Matt Ryan against this defense. Gurley, I'm not starting. You have to start Julio Jones, and if Ridley plays, you start him, and probably hurts the tight end because
the Falcons or Matt Ryan has really gone downhill from the start of the season.
But he can always break through. He's the guy that he'll come out and have a 400-yard game.
Mm-hmm.
He's that type of quarterback. They might be down 2 scores, and he'll be throwing the ball everywhere. So this is he's by another bipolar.
Alrighty, Game 5, Bengals at Washington.
If the weather is good in this game, we thought the Bengals were going to beat the Steelers last week. That didn't turn out too well. So the Steelers are for real.
Yeah.
But look, Burrow's still throwing the ball.
If you want to call it that, yeah.
Mixon plays, you start Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't start Bernard, easier matchup.
I need Mixon to start this week. I need to get those.
Trust me.
I need to get those
Mixon,
points.
It's hurting.
I need the points.
T. Higgins, he looks like he's the main guy, and Boyd, still trust Boyd. Boyd will get the job done. So Higgins and Boyd, everybody else for me, I'm not trusting. So AJ
starting
Green,
Alex Smith.
I think you could start Alex Smith now.
You see his little robot foot thing he has?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I heard some stuff about that. I guess like they tweak it every week for him. He gets a custom made, and
I'm so happy to see him play, to have that comeback, and then have back-to-back over 300-yard games, almost won a game.
He's a good quarterback.
And he's got
obviously
weapons.
That big injury. I mean, you never know when someone like that comes back. But
and look, he's got weapons. Logan Thomas is catching the ball. He's got this other guy, Cam Sims. He's got McLaurin, who's just a monster. He seems like he's open all the time. And then you got McKissick and Gibson, who are great pass catchers and can run the ball. This team looks good. I'm happy to see Alex Smith at least thriving.
Should be a good game.
Yeah. So I can't wait for this game, Tug.
All right. Lions at the Panthers.
Bridgewater for the Panthers had an injury. He's day to day. Monitor that, because if he's not there, the new backup is PJ Walkers.
Probably don't want to start him, I'm assuming.
No, you don't want to start PJ Walkers if he plays. But look, he is an XFL and MVP. So he can throw the ball. So I still would trust DJ Moore, Anderson, Davis, even Curtis Samuel. I'll still start all these guys because look, they're gonna have to throw the ball.
Got it.
And for the Lions, Stafford, Galladay, but hopefully Galladay plays. Dude, me, Mixon and Galladay have them. I own them in like 5 leagues. It's been so frustrating not having them.
We should also expand our IR for our dynasty league, because I'm still like 12 injuries.
Hey, I maxed out.
Is that the max you can do?
I know I maxed out. No, for me, I'm saying I maxed out on my team because I have maxed people on the IR. So
I see. Well, I have my IRs filled, and I have like 7 other injuries on my bench. So
yeah. So sorry for the Lions. Start Stafford. If Galladay plays, start him. Hawkinson, don't give up on Hawkinson. Look, you can start him. He had a bad game. DeAndre Swift is the guy. Look, he looks amazing. He looks like the best rookie out there. He looks better than CEH. He looks better than Mr. Jonathan Taylor. So he's up there for me. He's been getting volume. He gets pass catches from Stafford. Looks like this team is finding a groove. They won that game. And if Galladay doesn't play, you can start Marvin Jones. So
got it.
All right. Last game for today.
Last game, game 7. Steelers at the Jaguars.
The Jaguars stink badly. Start everybody from the Steelers. Ben, Connor, Juju, Deontay, Claypool, Eric Ebron, Steelers defense. Let's go, because somebody's going to hit big. You don't want to miss out on any of these guys.
Anyone on the Jaguars you'd start?
You use James Robinson, the running back, and DJ Chark. Again, there's so many other options I'd rather go to.
I mean, against the Pittsburgh run defense.
He catches passes for PPR. I still think he's a safe play if you have him, unless you have some better option. I don't know where else to go. So this is an easy game.
Easy
Um,
peasy. Easy peasy. Yep. Everybody on the Steelers, probably nobody on the Jags. But if you're desperate, you're desperate.
Yeah, look, this is part one. I'm hoping, look, we're just hoping for this week is big because next week you'll know if you're out of the playoffs or have a chance to make the playoffs. And like we talked about it last time in our league, we do things differently. So Mr. Matt Vitali's trying to catch him in points to CJ, which I
that's
beat him
right.
for you.
You did beat him, but what's his name went off.
Yeah, he
You
scored.
almost lost.
Yeah, dude,
You were
it's
a touchdown away. If he caught that pass, the 40-yard touchdown pass, you would have lost, good sir. What did he get him? Like almost 30 points?
yeah, he went off. Jefferson, we're talking about Jefferson for the Vikings. I was playing against Jefferson and the Vikings defense. I was up.
If he's still available on your waiver wire and Diggs is
No,
still
Jefferson's not available anywhere. He's pretty
not?
much owned.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I'm in 8
if
leagues.
he is somehow, but yeah.
Yeah, go get that guy because he's the next schedule for them is insane. They're playing Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Jefferson's going to be monsters.
Yeah, but maybe they'll run the ball more because they might.
Yeah, that's true too. They're going to run the ball. Yeah, so
I don't know because he was making some crazy passes. They were trying to catch up. So yeah, no one's a catch up.
We'll talk about that game next time.
Anything else to add, good sir?
No, nothing else until part 2. Take care, guys.
Yep. And also stay away from Costco. It's getting insane out there.
Nobody cares.
I care.
Dude, you better not be sleeping after that podcast. That was an amazing message. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Commissioner. Also subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Any comments, questions, concerns, send them to the Instagram page, The Commissioner, your fantasy football guide.